So tell us, what do you think makes your company different from the others in the market? Why you?
I definitely think our business model is disruptive to the market. We are not algorithm driven and we are not low cost. At the same time, we are not focused on an agency model where you have to pay 25% for each hire, right? We are right in between. We have the operational skill set to provide candidates a very high touch, high care experience while engaging our research and guerrilla marketing capabilities to find them as quickly as possible so that you don't have to pay 22% or 25% per hire, right? Our cost of hire hovers anywhere between 5 and 7%. And it's a different model where we constantly focus on institutional knowledge and the client's milestones, right? Our focus, even when looking for an engineer, is this engineer a bottom line, numbers oriented, improving process kind of engineer, or is this an engineer who has the leadership skill set that can build an engineering department, right? So we go one step further while reducing your costs and giving you exposure to a team that's constantly improving itself, right? So if you invest in us today, you'll probably see a lot of results in the next couple of years, right? But it's a team that's going to constantly evolve and improve the process day in and day out. And that's why I think we are slightly different. It's our approach, it's our business model, and it's our achievements. We can achieve a lot of things at much simpler costs than a lot of our competitors. That's what I think.
Can you give us an example of a successful talent acquisition strategy that you've implemented?
We've implemented a lot of different strategies which have given us tremendous output. One of the examples I would say is that um, we started asking our clients specific details about who their top performers are and who are going through performance improvement journeys right now. And we proactively implemented a sourcing strategy where we already had a list of people for all of their A players. Um, you know, we are constantly working with the HR team and the operational team to retain and improve the already existing talent in the organization. But our core focus is always to look for the worst case scenario, right? What if a fantastic employee leaves? Are we going to find the person who replaces that person and gets to the bottom line delivery as quickly as possible? So rather than be reactive, we usually have a list of candidates that we are engaging for all the top tier positions that the organization has. And we are also constantly looking to improve the density of A players in an organization, right? So every time somebody who's currently in a performance improvement group leaves, we try to retain that particular position with A players, right? So when somebody who's performing at 70%, let's say, leaves, we try to bring somebody in at 90, 95%, right? And over time, over a couple of years, um, if we continue to improve the density of A players, and we had three important things, right? One is our turnaround reduced, and two is a lot of operational headaches and issues in the manufacturing sector fixed itself because we had reliable employees who knew what they were doing and were willing to do it for a long time in the organization, right? So our focus is not just finding a talent for the job, it's to find somebody who you can get 2 to 3 years at least, an output. And we not only check their skill set against the job, we also check how viable they are as culturally in the long term, right? So that's one of the strategies, but there are much more, and please do check out our YouTube page, because we are going to start posting a lot of the strategies that have been working for us.
Now, do you offer any trial periods for any potential clients?
That's a really good question. We don't do trial periods because we're not a product organization. But what we do is, whenever we come across a client who is worried about signing a contract or working with us, we usually ask them, "Hey, give me one of your hard to fill jobs, right? A job that you haven't been able to fill for 45 days or 60 days. Give us 30 days, and if you fill it with the right candidate, give us an opportunity to work with you. If not now, in the future, when you are looking for a long term contract, I mean, when I say long term contract, it's about a year for us. Our retention rate with clients has been much higher. Usually, when we start working with a client, they usually stay with us for about 4.5 years, right? We do have clients who have been with us for much longer than that. But that's the trial. We usually ask them, "Hey, give us one of your tough jobs, and if you fill it, would you give us a chance to work on more and improve your overall metrics?" That's the trial, And we don't. Most companies that I know of usually get into a contingency agreement. The difference in our approach is that we work for free. We actually get your job filled for free, to showcase what we can deliver to you, and we've been successful in that approach as well. A few of our clients that we currently have come from that model. Yeah, so that's the trial, working on a job that's difficult to fill for yourself.